Hi friends. Have you ever known this person? Yes, exactly. He is one of the best cricketers in India. He is none other than Sunil Gavaskar. Once Sunil Gavaskar was narrating an incident that had happened during his birth time. Perhaps he might have heard the story either from his mother or from his uncle. At the time of his birth, his uncle went to see Sunil Gavaskar. Again, the next day he came to see him. Suddenly, he started shouting, "No, no, no, he is not my nephew." Those who were there were shocked. Why do you get the doubt? Why do you say he is not your nephew? Then he started saying, "No, no, no, my nephew has a hole in his left earlobe. See this baby. This baby doesn't have a hole in his left earlobe. So he is not my nephew." So the nurse who was taking care of the baby was called for. Then search began. Everybody started searching. A boy having hole in his left earlobe was found on the bed of a fisherwoman. Nurse brought the baby and showed to his uncle. "Yes, yes, he is my nephew. See, he has a hole in his left earlobe." Then, why did they get mixed up like this? Who is the baby beside Sunil Gavaskar's mother? He is none other than fisherwoman's son. Both of them were misplaced. How did they get misplaced like that? Normally, these things happen. All babies look the same. It is very difficult to identify the babies. So, while giving birth, normally all the babies are taken to one common place and may be given birth there. So, there they might have been misplaced. So, Sunil Gavaskar said humorously, "If I had not had the hole in my left earlobe, I would have been brought up as a fisherman and would have caught fish. You might not have seen me as a cricketer." This was the incident narrated by the famous cricketer Sunil Gavaskar. Let us think about grammar points. So, yesterday while we were discussing about clauses, clauses are of two categories: main clause and if clause or subordinate clause or dependent clause. There are various names for these clauses. In this sentence, we have two clauses. What are those two clauses? If I had not got hole in my left earlobe, I would have been brought up as a fisherman. In this, we had two clauses, if clause and main clause. If I had not got hole in my left earlobe is conditional clause or if clause. What would be the result of it? I would have been brought up as a fisherman is the main clause. These groups of words are interdependent, so these are called clauses. Now observe the structures given here. If you speak truth, you won't be punished. This is called open condition. That means it did not happen, but it is expected to happen. If you speak truth, you won't be punished. If you take the second sentence, if you had spoken truth, you wouldn't have been punished. According to the second sentence, you did not speak truth, so you had been punished. So that is the meaning conveyed here. So the first sentence is expected to happen, and in the second sentence, it already happened. So this is the way how we have to use if clauses. One more thing, actually, the first sentence is called open condition. We have one more, that is hypothetical condition. The second sentence is called past condition. In hypothetical condition, if you spoke truth, you wouldn't be punished. That is hypothetical. And past condition is, if you had spoken truth, you wouldn't have been punished. That is past condition. Now let us observe some more if clauses given here and their structures. I told you, no, these are also called conditional clauses. If I am hungry, I will eat food. That is called open condition. Second one, if I was hungry, I would eat food. That is called hypothetical condition. Third one, if I had been hungry, I would have eaten food. That's called past condition. Observe the structure here. In the first if clause, we used present tense. In second one, we used past tense. In if clause, we used past tense. In third sentence, in if clause, we used past perfect tense. These are the structures which you have to keep in mind. All these things you have to keep in mind while framing sentences. According to the first sentence, if I am hungry, I will eat food. That is the expected action. If I was hungry, I would eat food means it didn't happen. I was not hungry, so I did not eat food. That's the meaning of it. Normally, this hypothetical condition is not in use. Normally, we use past condition. Third one is in past condition. If I had been hungry, I would have eaten food. That is called past condition. So, according to this third sentence also, the meaning is same. I was not hungry, so I did not eat food. So, these are the things which you have to keep in mind while framing sentences with if clauses. And negative form of if not is unless. Sometimes we use unless. If you use unless, how can you frame sentences? Unless I am hungry, I won't eat food. Unless I was hungry, I wouldn't eat food. Unless I had been hungry, I wouldn't have eaten food. So negative forms are formed by unless. If you use the word unless, it means if. You try to do some exercises.